ahead. Um, Good day, everyone. In this talk, I would like to take the wooden slip of the Han Dynasty of ancient China and their written characters to demonstrate how we use linked data and semantic models to support digital humanities studies. Um, at first, I would like to introduce the wooden slip. The wooden slip are the traditional writing media before the invention of paper in the early Chinese medieval period, especially in the Han Dynasty. Slips were normally composed of woods or bamboos and binding together. The written Chinese characters in calligraphy on the slips are living evidence to study the ministry and legal system, educational practices, economy, and everyday life of the society at that time. Around the 1930s, more than 10,000 Han wooden slips were excavated by the Chinese and Swedish scholars together. However, most of them were found separately as single slips and lost their original structure and contextual relations. This increases the difficulties for the scholars to interpret the words and meanings written on every single slip. So, to preserve these treasurable objects, my affiliation institute has established a digital archive of hand wooden slip since the 1990s. Built on the relational database, this system of the first generation can support scholars to retrieve the metadata of each item, but cannot often clear images to research the written words on it. Moreover, this original database is established an isolated silo and cannot connect with each other related data resources. Also, the context, content, and image cannot be integrated to each other on the interface of the system. So, to solve the problem mentioned above, in the digital humanities research of the Han wooden slips, we established a linked data-based platform since 1990. This wooden slip character dictionary, shortened as WCD, is an IIIF-based system that can offer information retrieval, image research, image annotation, and cross-database query functions. The metadata is semantically designed after the CDAC CRM model to be further reused as linked data. Metadata of the wooden slip can be retrieved by objects and characters written on the slip. In terms of the object-oriented retrieval, which focuses on searching the metadata and images of an entire wooden slip, while the character-oriented method is for searching the images of a single Chinese character written on the slips. In the IIIF view, a retrieval image can be enlarged or compared with other related or similar images. The function is especially beneficial to support research on characters' writing style and to identify the possible common handwriting between related characters. To make the data of an object and the character on this wooden slip more reusable and linkable to other external data, we have developed a WCD data model to to convert them into a link open data set. The data model design is based on the CDOC-CRM. So as you can see, there is composed of the classes and also the properties. To meet the research concern of historian, two model types are designed in WCD semantic model, the object-based model and the event-based model. In the object-based model, the data structure describes the entire metadata of a single wooden slab. And in the event-based ontological design, information on the archaeological events of this wooden slab is included by the temporal sequence. The whole expedition during the 1930s is composed of 3 different stages. An historian wish not only to study the general information of an object, but also to have a complete view on the procedure of the archaeological activities. Besides the modeling design to describe the information on each wooden slab, we further developed additional ontology to include a description of each written Chinese character on the wooden slab and annotated text on the IIIF image. This integrated ontological design can enhance the interoperability of IIIF JSON link data files with the link open data resources and exchange the scholars' opinions. Here is the integrated data model for the WCD platform. It can satisfy the basic research need and need to record the data of a wooden slab and also make it accessible by the semantic query method. And based on this integrated data model design, metadata of the wooden slab and the character written on the slab are converted into link open data and released in the website of my center's link open data set platform, and also the data hub and the link open data cloud. Furthermore, according to the focus of research, the template-based link open data Sparkle query example are designed in discussion with the domain expert to satisfy scholars' needs and to offer a user-friendly interface to query the data content. Query for the WCD dataset are included in the table listed on this slide. And all these examples can be queried in the Sparkle endpoint. The result can be also downloaded, just as example showing on this slide. In the current moment, metadata of those hand wooden slab are published as a link data and retrievable on the Sparkle template. In the next step, we will implement and fully integrate into the WCD system. The design of the classified annotation in IIIF is worked based on W3. Okay, let me see. Yes, it's based on the W3C's web annotation data model. Let me see. sorry, is the slide. The design of the classified annotation in IIIF is work based on the W3C's web annotation data model. Motivation such as the taking, describing, commenting, and classifying from this model are reused. When annotating images, properties as OA motivation is applied to distinguish from motivate, while this term's type is reused to specify the annotation's subtype within a motivation. The link open data and IIIF are different technical standards and methods to support digital humanity research. By using the linking property see also, which is regulated in the IIIF presentation API, texture data and image data of the wooden slip and characters can be coupled together. As visualized in this diagram, the link open data information on an entire wooden slip object can be linked to the IIIF manifest. In contrast, the information on a single character can be linked to the IIIF manifest within the IIIF canvas structure. As an example shown in the slide, the data between link open data and IIIF manifest can be integrated together. Moreover, to integrate image-based Chinese character database across different institutes, a union catalog is also embedded in the WCD platform. In the WCD union catalog is established in cooperation with 6 Japanese institutions, each of which has also developed its own database to correct Chinese, or we call the Hanzi character images. Since all the joint databases are implemented by using IIIF standards, functions as simultaneous character retrievals in all databases can be done in the catalog. Furthermore, the result of the cross-database query can be displayed based on customized API for sharing the research result, which is followed by all the participating institutes. The API is structured based on JSON format and defined 15 elements that should output by cross-database retrievals. As closing remarks, I would like to point out linked data is an effective method to make the result of the digital humanity research more useful and accessible, enhance data query across different database, data set or institute, and it also can integrate with heterogeneous database or IIIF-based image resources. This project is still going on. In the future, we will try to first introduce the FAIR principles in the WCD data set to improve the findability and reusability of the data. Second, we would like to integrate the WCD data into the Wikidata to improve the data distribution and accessibility. Third, use the CRM-INF argumentation model to record different research opinions on the study of the Han wooden slips. The final one is we would like to definitely implement the link data in the WCD system to realize its application driven by link open data. So that's today's our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sophie. Now we can take questions. Please put them into the MetaMouse chat. We already have one by Cat. What responsive has you heard from the researchers who have used WCD?
Yeah, actually, this project is we cooperate with the historian together. So all the interface or all the metadata and link open data, the class and also the property, we collected all the needs from these historians. So the interface, they are actually is lead. It's totally fit their requirements. This is the current situation. We have a very close collaboration. Yeah.
Another question by Ben from Leiden University. He asks, can I reuse a viewer and editor for other language materials? And he adds, seeing this, I have no excuse to improve their applications there by adding a dictionary.
Yes, I think it is. I think it's possible because all our software is based on the open source. So it's really very possible, but we need to have a more detailed discussion. Yeah, we are welcome to reuse it.
Yes, it's perhaps a follow-up in the project in the MetaMouse chat. Another question by Jay. Do you append language and script codes, for example, ZH hand to statements for the entities?
Yes, of course. Yeah. We appended the script code. Yes. Yeah.
I have another question which somehow follows up on CATS. You are using quite advanced features of IIIF, such as side-by-side demonstration or view of image regions, or particularly annotations of images. Do you have feedback about this? And do you know about the uptake of these functions by the research community?
Yes. First, the annotation. We classify so many different types of the information. Is the result or according our interview for these historians. But is the first stage we only using the W3C to using the annotation model, but then after the implementation, we find it's not maybe it's not enough. So I would like to now I developed the CRM's IIIF argumentation ontology, because during they're doing the digital humanities study, they have the different scholars, they have different views. So they would like to have for example some I agree somebody's opinions, or I follow somebody's opinions. So they need to have more detailed relationship. So we find the annotation model maybe is not enough. We need more advanced. So in the future, we would like to introduce the argumentation model. Yeah.
Thanks. And yet another question by Kat. Have you any researchers mentioned if having WCD available has allowed them to ask research questions which they were not able to ask before?
Yeah. external Sparkle query. Yes, we you mean yeah, we actually some of the entities we align with the outside of the resources. For example, the gate's vocabularies. So but its next step, we need to cooperate more outside the external queries.